Welcome back, Sunrisers. You know, my name is Nathan, your host for the Sunrise Fan Central Paris Podium. In this morning's segment, we'll be focusing on the city of Paris and some of its iconic landmarks, like the Eiffel Tower to the River Seine, which, as you hopefully know, will host the opening ceremony. Plus, we're going to look at some other venues that you will see during the 2024 Olympics that starts in less than 2 weeks. Wow. Just around the corner. Now, as you know, they say there's a Jamaican everywhere in the world, and France is no different. So joining us this morning, all the way from Paris, is the president of the Association of Jamaican Nationals in France, at Jam in France, as well as the coordinator for the Jamaica Jam Zone for the Paris Olympics, Edward Baugh. Bonjour, Edward.
Bonjour, Nathan. Comment ça va?
That was it. The bonjour was all me there. I'm done at that point. How are you doing?
I'm well. I am well, excited about the upcoming Olympics. You know, I'm already here. As a matter of fact, just to show you how ready I am.
Of course, you have to get your pot cover in there. You're going to use it whole heap in there, you know that.
So they're not Dutchy. I don't have any Dutchy, but they're good enough.
I love that. I love that. So let's start with the River Seine, which will be the host for the opening ceremony. Give us a little background on it. What should people expect when they're watching and seeing these kind of scenery during the Olympics?
Well, I think London and Beijing did a very good job with their opening ceremony. So Paris had to be creative, and so they decided to do their opening ceremony on the River Seine. So to be seeing a lot of the, you know, the magnificent monuments that we have here in Paris, including the Eiffel Tower, and that's quite interesting. Another thing that's interesting about the River Seine is that historically and traditionally, it has been a polluted river.
Polluted?
But quite polluted. And one of the objectives of the Paris 2024 Olympics is to be an eco-friendly games, really. So we have been, or they've been trying to clean up the river. Yeah. And I think it was only 2 days ago that the mayor of Paris actually
swam. Yeah, I saw that one. She swam in the river, correct?
That's correct.
Yes,
because you know, she wanted to prove that the River Seine now is somewhere where Parisians can enjoy. It will take a while before we get used to the idea of swimming in the river because we've had a lot of pollution, old bicycles, old fridge, old radiators, a lot of polluted things have been thrown in the Seine for a number of years. But that's something that's quite interesting about the Seine river.
So, Edward, you know, they say that the alluring city of Paris, this is their third time that they'll be hosting the Olympics, which I think means that we're going to have a real buzzy experience. People are going to have a chance to really get to see it. I believe we have a report from NBC that kind of shows us what's happening with the river. Give me the pronunciation again, one more time. River Seine? River Seine. Let's jump to this and see what we can hear about it. Not there? Oh, all right. So how about we just talk about the Eiffel Tower, because that will also be a part of the backdrop for the Paris Olympics. Tell us a little bit about the Eiffel Tower. Well, the Eiffel Tower is one of the most visited monuments here in Paris, and probably the most iconic. The tower is actually 300 meters tall, and of course, that's like 3 times a Shelley and Fraser Price up and down. It's 300 meters tall, so you get a good view of Paris at the top of the tower. Access to the tower is restricted at the moment because, you know, security-wise, it's Paris is really tight at the moment. Really secure. So people who want to go to the tower will have to have a QR code to be able to access the tower, but it will remain open during the games, and it's also going to be the scene for a number of activities, including the beach volleyball. So they're going to make a beach volleyball court by the Eiffel Tower. And they've added some Olympic rings to the Eiffel Tower as well as a part of the backdrop.
That's correct. So that gives us that sense that the Olympics are really upon us.
How about the Champs de Mars? Now, it says that it's the largest public green space in Paris. Tell us a little bit about it.
So the Champs de Mars is not too far from the Eiffel Tower, and it's going to be the venue of some of the fan zones. So a number of fans who want to watch a big screen or party or enjoy music or just picnic will be able to go to the Champs de Mars. A beautiful view of the Eiffel Tower there as well.
Okay. And I know surfing is one of those sports that has been added to the Olympics this year. I hear there's an iconic venue that we'll be seeing surfing happening around this year. Tell us a little bit about that. It is the Champ de Teahupoo.
To be honest, I'm not so familiar with that venue, so I'll have to check it out. But I do know that a number of activities will be happening, not necessarily in central Paris, but around Paris and in some of the other cities, including Marseille. Marseille in the south of France, and that's like a 4 to 5 hour train journey from Paris. And so my understanding is that the sailing will take place there. I need to work on my surfing.
Well, I would definitely love to run to Tahiti to go try out my surfing as well. I'm agreeing with you, Edward. Let's go work on the surfing together.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
And then one of the last venues to talk about, which is the most important to us Jamaicans here, where the track events will be happening, it's the Parc des Princes. I believe it's the home to Paris Saint-Germain. We've seen the Euro 2016 final. Tell us a little bit about Parc des Princes.
So, well, there are two iconic stadiums in Paris. There's Parc des Princes, which is home to Paris Saint-Germain, but the athletics will be taking place at the Stade de France.
Ooh, nice.
Stade de France, right? It's not in the center of Paris, but it's not too far away.
Okay.
It's been there for quite a while. It hosted the previous Olympic Games, so they've refurbished and upgraded the stadium. And so a lot of the Jamaican activities on the track and the field will take place in the Stade de France. And that's where, you know, we're expected to start to shine, starting the 2nd of August. That's when the athletics will begin in the Stade. Of course, on the 3rd, we expect to have the finals of the 100 meters for women. And on the 4th, it will be the finals for the men. So,
that sounds like it's going to be great.
The 2nd of August, the Stade de France will be buzzing with Jamaican colors, and all the Jamaican fans will be visiting Paris.
So real quick, Edward, just tell us a little bit about the Jamaican fan zone that will be happening for those who will be traveling over. What can they expect to see?
So there are at least 3 different areas that will host Jamaican activities.
Yes.
I'm coordinating the jam zone. We call it jam zone, you know, because we'll be jamming, and it's a Jamaican zone. And so there are going to be a number of activities. We start out with a concert. Then there's going to be a dancehall Olympics competition. So we have a number of Parisians who are lovers of dancehall, and they're going to be facing off with each other for the dancehall trophy.
Wow.
And then have different watch parties for the different races, for those who haven't been able to secure tickets to go to the venues. And of course, we're going to be having after parties, DJs. We are also going to be projecting the film Sprinter on the 5th of August. So we're in touch with the producers of this film Sprinter. So we'll be projecting that. So there's going to be a lot of
activities.
Food, people who want to get their T-shirts, they just need to, you know, check out the jam zone. And of course, there are going to be other activities such as there's the Puma House.
All right.
They're do things as well.
Edward, it sounds like it's a lot. It does sound like it's a lot, Edward. So thank you for that. I think you're doing a great job over there, and I know that those who are traveling over to be a part of the experience will definitely be enjoying it. So our guest today has been Edward Baugh, president of the Association of Jamaican Nationals in France, at Jam in France. And Sunrise continues right after this break. Thanks again, Edward. Enjoy.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.